Hi, my name is LÍVIA Regina BATISTA-PRITCHARD. I'm a lecturer in Sustainable Management at the University of Exeter, and today I will talk about Campus on Stage, a Global Classrooms Fellowship project. My experience was more loosely related to educational theatre. As part of their summative assessments, the students had to create a podcast episode in which they interview a representative of local organization. I was the one responsible to bring these guests into the classroom and allocate each group to one of them, and the students had to decide their roles, create an interview guide, record the session, and add it to the final outcome. At the end of the module, I also proposed an embodied activity as review for the essay, where they were expected to embody a theory we've discussed in class and react in the room to some quotes from our guests. The learning objectives for this intervention were both cognitive and emotional. The students knew our module was related to organizing around sustainable development goals at the local level, but did not have any theoretical session before the interviews. I wanted them to research the organization, the guest, and work on their critical thinking skills, but also empathy. Some of the organizations worked on very personal and also complex social environmental issues like food security, mental health, so the students were expected to engage with these in a different way. The dynamics change a little in the class. First, because group work in their final year is not their favorite kind of assessment, but the idea that each one would have a role to play in the group put them at ease. You could see they negotiated this between them with very little intervention from me, even though I was there to support all the time, and each student ended up with a role they felt comfortable with. If they were confident in speaking in class and conducting an engaging conversation, they asked for the role of interviewer. If they would like more to be in the background, they would be the researcher, and if they were confident in their digital skills, they would be the editor, and so on. They naturally leaned on what they were more comfortable with, which made the group work more acceptable. Second, because the interviews happened in timetable sessions, we needed cooperation between everyone, and the students understood that. For the recording to go well, there was absolutely silence in class. At the end of some interviews, the group decided to open the floor to questions from the audience, and the other groups played well with that too. I think podcast as assessment sounded like an exciting idea since minute one, so their reaction was good. They were obviously worried about group work, but here's where the support offered by the module leader can make a difference. And the reaction at the end was generally positive. I had great feedback, where the podcast was their favorite part of the module and a breath of fresh air among their other assessments.